I want to see if this is working, okay? Is this thing working? Did you see a sign there, something like that? Let's try again. I'm going to say something here. Boo. Did you see a boot? Cat. It's working. Let me try it one more time. Monster. Wow. Stars.
This is Perry Logan speaking to you from deepest space. It's November 15th, 2012, and I, Perry Logan, am feeling really good. I'm sharing some of the euphoria of the left. The left are in a state of crazed euphoria because they did so much better than they thought. Meanwhile, I, Perry Logan, did as I said I would and voted for Jill Stein.
Jill Stein.
This is Logar of the planet Logar. I said a Logar. Give me a Logar. Okay. This is Logar of the planet Logar. Welcome to Austin's barely tolerated Perry Logan with another ineffable show called The New Bosses. Let the carnage begin. Whoa!
Oh man, we just had the weirdest damn election.
The whole Republican Party lies like a broken vase on the sidewalks of America. Meanwhile, the left are enjoying that rarest of experiences, a brief moment of political euphoria, as they did so much better than the Republicans, who, while they're denying it all they can, showing themselves to be the worst losers in the world, somehow surprised that putting up Mitt Romney, a guy we love, but easily the worst candidate ever, possibly the only candidate that Barack Obama could have beaten. Though it's hard to say, with Republicans running a campaign based largely on threatening people. Who would have thought that would backfire? And even though the Dems under Obama have done well nigh doodly squat for anyone, they still allay the primordial human fear of another Republican president.
You mean me?
That's right, we mean you, Mitt. Well, at least I don't eat dogs. I do not eat dogs. Do so, Obama. I do not. Do so. Let's fight. Wow. We had to edit a big fist fight between Barack Obama and Mitt Romney.
Okay, I was using a little sensationalism there. Well, among other things, the election of 2012 left the left in a kind of an ecstasy. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of still going on, man. You can still feel the buzz, man. Here on November 15th, 2012, the left, you know, that's like my tribe, that's my story. The left are they're in a kind of an ecstasy, a political ecstasy, okay? Not the drug ecstasy, but just the feeling of, well, okay, euphoria. Call it political euphoria.
Political euphoria!
Hey, there's no need to take me literally. Well, it's good in ways. Oh, it's so complicated. Could I just take a minute to tell you that it's the emotional strands which are woven together in the warp and woof of the 2012 presidential election are immense and complex and funny and weird. Okay, I already said weird. Well, but I did want to focus, first of all, on the kind of like emotional landscape that we're looking at here, because everyone's kind of reeling. I think everyone, in a way, it's so, in a way, everyone was surprised. I think everyone was surprised. The left by how well they did. It is the viewpoint of the left that they did pretty darn well in the election, and they have their reasons. That's not a crazy idea. They did, if you look at it a certain way, really well. I mean, Obama won handily, and the Repubs were not able to like eat away at the Democrats in Congress. You know. Here's where we come to the new bosses, though. You see, part of the peculiarity is that the new bosses are quite literally the old bosses. Okay. Not altogether true. Congress is now it has more women in it. The Senate has more women in it than ever, and this is indubitably cool.
Indubitably cool! Hey, do that thing with your fingers again.
You mean this? No, I won't do it. Well, okay, there is this point, though. A real point is that the new boss is literally the same as the old boss. The status quo, in many respects, was upheld by this election. Okay, so whither and whence this lefty euphoria? Hey, not to poke a hole in the balloon. I'm really not here to poke a hole in the balloon of lefty euphoria. What the heck? Let them enjoy this thing. Well, it really went better than the left thought, and I totally include myself. I mean, I consider it a relief whenever a Republican is not president. I am an intransigent critic.
Intransigent critic! Shut up!
I'm an intransigent critic of the president. There's just no two ways about it. I am a lefty critic of Barack Obama. Okay? Just thought I'd make that clear, lest there be any confusion. Righty critics of Barack Obama will go on about how he's a Muslim and not of this country and a socialist. And you know, you've heard this stuff. And I don't go in for any of that. That is right-wing blather and crap. And I'm just a little bit disgusted that you brought it up when I was trying to have a normal conversation with you.
I've got a good mind to hunt you down and kill you! Ah!
That was not real. That was just a little bit of shtick. And I think it was caused by lefty euphoria. You can go around bathing, well, you know, it's political euphoria that the election left us lefties in. I'm sorry. I keep telling Bob he needs to fire his writers, okay?
Sorry, Bob! Sorry, Bob!
Where was I? Okay. Well, the left are in euphoria. We are all relieved. We are enjoying what I would have to call the almost universal human relief of humankind at not having a Republican president. And I say that with love, Mitt.
I understand, Perry. I comfort myself in the fact that Obama totally ripped off Obamacare for me.
Now, Mitt.
And that Obama and I essentially agree on foreign policy.
That you do, yes.
And when push comes to shove, Obama is a big fat neocon.
I think he's a crypto neocon. It is a personal theory of me, Perry Logan, that Barack Obama, though I love him, is a crypto neocon.
A crypto neocon? That's cool.
Sure as hell is, Mitt. And by the way, you were the worst candidate ever. Yours was the worst campaign ever. Yours was, in my opinion, the worst campaign possible.
Well, if the American people really want to have a guy who eats dogs as president...
I heard that, Mitt. I did not eat dog. Did so. I did not eat dog. Did so. Did not. Did so. Okay, well, squabbling goes on. It has left the right, however, broken and bleeding on the sidewalk. Sorry about that. That was a little bit
gory, wasn't it? That was a gory image. Let us not use any gory images about the Republicans who are reduced to little gobbets on the sidewalk, little drizzling, fleshy gobbets on the sidewalk. So utterly destroyed were they by the last election. Oh!
Very unprofessional. If there's one thing I don't allow on the Perry Logan Show, it's anything unprofessional. It's like my pledge.
What was he going to talk
The
about?
problem remains that Obama's list of sins, political sins, okay, and in my book, a political sin is doing anything that's right-wing. It's very simple. I haven't changed a bit. Right is evil. We love them like brothers and sisters, but we're going to airlift the cool people out of Utah and herd all the right-wingers in there. We'll call it Wingerville or like Wingerland. And we or they will put up a huge fence. All the right-wingers will then be in Utah.
Let the bombs start dropping!
Attempted joke. I'm sorry, Your Honor, it was an attempt at humor. I plead satire. This is one of my modest proposal things. It came up here. It is my Perry Logan modest proposal kind of idea that come on, man, this is so practical. Shut up. We airlift all the cool people out of Utah, of whom there are many, and we just kind of force the right in there. Give the right their own country. Do you realize what this means?
Do you realize what this means?
It means the U.S. can catch up with the rest of the world. I think the election was bad news for the left. It's close to the opposite of what the euphoric and happy-go-lucky left feel. And I do have confidence that I probably am not going to destroy the moment for them. Because, first of all, the euphoria is going to be short-lived. Lefties they really are pretty smart. I'll give them that. Hey, I'm a lefty. And I'm pretty smart. No? Well, if I weren't smart, could I do this? Shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Very amateurish, but beautiful. We can catch up with the rest of the world while the right set about killing themselves off. That's my philosophy. So, you know, when I, Perry Logan, talk about a politician being sinful or bad, I'm first of all talking about the politics, not the person, most of the time. We're not into the ad hominem thing. We're into, we're okay with ridicule, satire, sarcasm, but not ad hominem stuff. But the policies, well, we will attack them savagely. And if they're right-wing, that's all I'm saying. Obama's doing all these right-wing things, and guess what? The Obama people don't know it. I hate to say it, but I wonder if Bruce Springsteen knows it. I love Brother Bruce Springsteen, who campaigned for Obama along with Bill Clinton. And these guys are cool. Okay, how could you lose? Excuse me, could I just take a moment to say, if I could get Bruce Springsteen and Bill Clinton to campaign for me, I could be president. It could be like a new boss, me. Okay, never mind. But I wonder if those great guys know about Obama's many horrible neocon sins. Okay. Here are some of Obama's neocon sins. These are neocon sins. Neocon equals sin. Right wing equals neocon equals sin equals, I regret to say, the real Obama. And, Obama people don't know. I don't know if Bruce Springsteen or Bill Clinton must know. Bill Clinton is really smart. He must know. Bill, what are we going to do about this Obama, the neocon, killing people with drones thing, the destroying human rights, going after whistleblowers thing? Oh, look at all these sins. Obama. Oh, no, Obama, how can you deal with this?
Well, at least I don't eat dog.
Do so, Obama.
I do not eat dog. 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 I do not eat dog.
Hey, Perry. Hey, Perry, focus. Hey, Perry, are you upset that Obama won? No. I am not upset that Obama won, even though I'm a severe critic. You got to understand, this is a very complex emotional landscape I'm describing here. I share your terror of a Mitt Romney presidency. Now we don't have to worry. And I would point to the left's euphoria. They were euphoric, not just the left. A lot of people were euphoric. That Romney didn't win. And so, here are the new bosses, just maybe a little more grizzled, right? A little bit more hoary than the old bosses, or perhaps just a little bit more snotty, pukey, poopy, pee-pee, oh, Tourette moment, oh! Are you bummed because Cynthia Stein didn't win? Don't talk that way about Jill Stein, you little twit! It's all play acting. In any case, welcome, new boss. Hey, wait a minute, aren't you the old boss? Just a little bit older? Yes. Yeah. In an election which, as you may have noticed, I myself am very ambiguous about, what should I say, ambivalent? Ambivalent, that's why you have two opposing forces. Oh yeah! 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 seems to be an election that you can kind of slice and look at different ways without actually distorting what proves to be a very complicated story. So, because we're talking about politics, everyone just kind of like reads the election the way they want to. You know? And the right is really, it's just pathetic, okay? Righties cannot handle defeat, can they?
Look at their long faces. Oh, look at the long faces on the right. They're like a bunch of broken fragments of a pot.
Not goblins, we're not going there.
They are the fragments of a broken pot. The whole Republican Party is like a broken pot shattered on the sidewalks of the world. Yes!
I'm sorry. I have a note from my doctor. All right. Part of the new boss's syndrome, well, is that the folks on the left are going to continue with this weird conspiratorial thinking they've gotten into. The left, for some reason, has some odd conspiracy thinking going on. This is a stunner. This is like a real stunner. I don't really think of lefties, real lefties, as conspiratorial types. But there they are, exhibiting a great big fat conspiratorial type of thinking, to wit. They think that Republicans are communicating to racists using code words. Okay, if you hang around in lefty circles for even 5 minutes, you will hear them say this or repeat this. They sometimes call them dog whistles. You get the idea. You get the idea. Republican politicians and right-wing leaders and all these objectionable people. Well, the left will say they're all racists, and you can tell because they use coded racist language. Examples are welfare, food stamps. Now, if you're thinking, I see nothing about race in welfare and food stamps, then you and I are on the same page. We're in complete agreement. I have yet to see a shred of proof that Republicans really use these code words. Welfare is a big one. They say, there you go, he said welfare, that's race. Now, I've heard it a million times, and I regard it as a lefty urban myth. Not only that, but it's a classic type of circular thinking. First of all, it's circular, okay? Here you go. I know you love that. Well, it's circular in the sense that if you ask lefties, well, how do you know Republicans are all racists, conservatives are all racists? And they all say because they use coded racist language. Okay, and you say, well, how do you know they're using coded racist language? And they say, because they're all racists. Okay, this is on the left. Okay, so if you have in your possession any actual proof of this conspiracy theory, because in fact it is a steal from the conspiracy folks. Conspiracy people very often will tell you about secret messages that are encoded, if you will, in public things, like even TV shows, pop songs. Some conspiracy person or another has said, this is a message, you see. All right. Okay. So you can imagine my consternation at seeing the left doing the same thing. Guys, until you can supply me with proof, I'm going to have to say you've all kind of gone a little conspiratorial here, okay? You know the right are racist because they're using a secret racist code, and you know they're using a racist code because they're all racist guys. No, no, no! What do I have to do to knock some sense into you guys? Oh, this, okay. This is Perry Logan. If there's one thing I know about racists, it's that they don't use secret code, okay? Racists are very blunt and direct, okay? This is what I'm saying.